Hi everybody, I'm Nam, and today we're going to be doing magic with KeyForge. Alright, I recently opened up this deck, the Kneewarper, the Barrister of Forgery, and this trick requires 5 cards. So these 5 cards are in ascending order of power, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they're all creatures. And the name of this trick is going to be Dust Pixie on top. So the important thing you need to know is that the Dust Pixie usually will end up on top, assuming it is actually still in the stack. But the stack is generally self-correcting. So what we have here is the Dust Pixie at 1 power, the Elixir Marauder, I'm just going to call it the Marauder, however you pronounce the Martian names, with 2 power, Witch of the Eye with 3 power, and Halcor with 4 power, and finally we've got Tentacus with 5 power. So here's the thing about this trick. It's going to be interesting because the cards will want to go naturally into the ascending order of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of power level. So that's kind of what we're kind of up against for this trick here. So you might want to watch carefully because what's going to happen is I'm going to go ahead and do a move right now. I'm going to place the Tentacus on top. Okay, ready? Watch. Okay, did you see the move? Because I did it. Because look, important question, what card's on top? Alright, believe it or not, if you guessed Dust Pixie, you're correct, because the Dust Pixie is actually on top. So, now, important question, what card follows the Dust Pixie? If you guessed the Marauder, you would be correct, because it has 2 power. And then, what follows the Marauder? It's the card with 3 power, right? So it's actually the Witch of the Eye, followed by the 4 power Halcor and the 5 power Tentacus. Alright, so now they're in this order. Important question, what card is this? If you had guessed the Dust Pixie, you would be correct because the Dust Pixie is on top. Because this card's on top now, right? Because look, it's the Dust Pixie. And it's followed by the Marauder, which is followed by the Witch of the Eye, which is followed by Halcor, which is then followed by Tentacus. So anyway, great, excellent. Important question, what card's on top? If you guessed the Dust Pixie, you were paying attention because there was nothing tricky there. Now, here's the thing. With the Dust Pixie, what we want to do is we're actually going to be placing the Dust Pixie into the pack, not on top. Okay? Alright, it's definitely going in there. It's definitely not on top. Important question, what card's on top? If you guessed the Dust Pixie with 1 power, you'd be correct. So it's actually now on top. Now here, what we're going to do is grab the Dust Pixie and I'm going to place it clearly into the middle. Right? It's definitely going in there. It's definitely not on top. Important question, what card is on top? The Dust Pixie? If you guessed the Dust Pixie, you would be correct because look, here's the Dust Pixie. Alright, so now we're going to take the Dust Pixie out of play. There's definitely no Dust Pixies now in this deck. The Dust Pixie is followed by the what? If you guessed the Marauder, you would be correct because the Marauder is the one with 2 power. So now I'm going to grab the Marauder, I'm going to stick it furthest away from where it's supposed to be, which is the bottom, like so. Okay, now important question, what card's on top? If you guessed the Marauder, again, you would be correct, because look, the Marauder is still on top. So here's the thing, we could do this trick even with all the cards face up. So here, let's give them a little mix, and what we've got here is cards in this sequence. Now if I was to do this face up, if we take a look here, in order for this to work, the 3 would have to jump down to the middle. The 2 would have to jump all the way up to the top. The 4 would have to slide over 1, and then the 1 would have to jump all the way up to the top. And that's a little crazy, right? So the amount of movement of all of these cards is pretty nuts, and we're not sure how that would be achieved. Well, the only thing I actually have to do is if I just find the Dust Pixie and place it on top, the work is already done, whether you believe it or not. If we take a look and ask ourselves now, what card's on top? It's obviously the Dust Pixie because you can see it. Well, what follows the Dust Pixie? It's going to be the Marauder with 2 power, and then the Witch of the Eye with 3 power, the Halcor with 4 power, and then the Tentacus with 5 power. Alright, hopefully you guys enjoyed Dust Pixie. Thanks for watching.